τη χαίρεσαι την καινούρια σου αγάπη, να τη και να με κερνάς φαρμάκι, να τη όμως μακριά από μένα, γιατί αγάπη μου στα έχω ξαναϋπομένα. Αν ποτέ σε δω αγκάλια με εκείνη κάπου, θα πω τρελαθώ και τα πιο μέχρι θανάτου. Κι αν ποτέ σε δω αγκάλια με εκείνη κάπου, θα πω τρελαθώ και τα πιο μέχρι θανάτου. Λοιπόν, να τη χαίρεσαι την καινούρια σου αγάπη, να τη χαίρεσαι και να με κερνάς φαρμάκι.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Να τη χαίρεσαι την καινούρια σου αγάπη, να τη και να με κερνάς φαρμάκι, να τη όμως μακριά από μένα, γιατί αγάπη μου στα έχω ξαναϋπομένα. Αν ποτέ σε δω αγκάλια με εκείνη κάπου, θα πω τρελαθώ και τα πιο μέχρι θανάτου. Κι αν ποτέ σε δω αγκάλια με εκείνη κάπου.
So why is Allah saying to him the following ayah? Stay away, Ya Muhammad, from idols.
You're supposed to be a follower of Jesus, and you're using words like that.
Well,
And
it's
you
not my
expect people to
words.
believe what you're
It's not my words. It's the words of Allah. Are you embarrassed of Allah?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment that you all have been waiting for. It's time! You're listening to the live broadcast of your friendly neighbor, Stream Doctor, and Christian polemicist, warrior for Christ, an enemy of Allah and His messenger. This is your favorite YouTuber, now speaking from cave Hira. Rob Christian. Please fasten your seatbelts because we are back, baby. We are live, baby. Let's go. All right, guys. Welcome everybody on TikTok, everybody on YouTube. As I told our YouTube and TikTok friends, we will try to go live on multiple platforms simultaneously, meaning at the same time. I hope I can stay live on TikTok as long as possible before getting bananaed again, because Muslims, for some reason, they try to abuse the system. So pray that we can do this till the end, both on TikTok and on YouTube. Keep us in your prayers, guys. As you may noticed, I took a week off, a complete week off. I had to step away. So now and then, every couple months. I have to take a break so now and then, guys. It's too much sometimes. Too much reading, too much research, guys. As you may know, if you've been following us, I'm an academic researcher. Not only a polemicist, not only a debater, but I literally read books left, right, and center. You have no idea how many books I have. I've been taking deep dives like Dr. Yasser Qari. So, it's very poisonous. It's a lot to take. So now and then we have to take a break. So guys, pray that we can start all over again. Pray for our families, our loved ones, and friends, the rest of the Christian warriors, brothers and sisters who are in the field, all the admins, all the people who are supporting the ministry. Thank you for being here. God bless you guys. I miss you, brothers and sisters. I missed you. I hope you didn't miss me too much. But we're here. Let's do this, guys. All right. Today's topic, fairy tales and legends, أساطير الأولين. As one of the ayahs says in the Quran, you have taken the أساطير الأولين, the fairy tales, the tales of the ancients, which is a good translation. Tales of the ancient, asatir, tales, fairy tales. Even the Meccans, guys, even the family of Muhammad, they noticed, Ya Muhammad, O Muhammad, we know these stories. The Jews have been telling us these stories. Remember, Mecca was very close to Medina. At that time, Medina was a Jewish town. It was called Yathrib, right? Medina originally was called Yathrib before Muhammad conquered it and named it Medina. So it was a Jewish town. The Jews had their own legend stories. Don't forget about the Christians who had their legend stories. And Muhammad, whenever he heard a story, a man-made story, even stories from the Talmud, rabbinic explanations for the Torah and whatnot. Whatever he heard, he put it in the Quran. And I mean, the illustration on my computer, on my screen, you can see it. It's very clear, right? Fairy tales, man-made child stories that the Jews used to tell to their children, found their way back from folk tales into the Quran. Pick any chapter, guys. I kid you not, I don't even know where to start today. Pick any chapter, any surah of the Quran, it's filled with man-made stories that used to circle around. People used to tell these stories to one another. Even bedtime stories that parents used to warn their children. If you don't do this or that, you're going to be, for example, punished in your grave, which is, of course, a legend tale, a folk tale that the parents used to teach or used to tell to their children. And even that one is adopted into Islam. And Muslims are scared. They're scared when they get buried, when they die, that two angels will come, and they will question them. They will ask them 3 questions. This is nothing but a very old Jewish legend. Muhammad took it and he put it in the Quran. Remember the punishment of the grave? That there's going to be a dragon. A dragon will come into your grave, and it's a long story. Anyway, but Muslims believe in that. Yet it's a Jewish legend. It's a man-made story. We're going to go very deep, guys. I will try to give you as many sources as possible so you can take notes. It's going to be very, very deep. Okay, guys? Of course, Muhammad stole it, GCM. Of course. Even Aisha, when she was told by the 2 Jewish ladies who came to see her, the Jews were very smart, guys. Whenever they came, they knew Muhammad is going to hear it and he will make it Islam. He will make it into the Sunnah or even in the Quran. Right? So the story goes like this. The two Jewish women came to see Aisha, the baby bride of Muhammad, and they told her about the punishment of the grave. The dead will be punished in their grave. That's what they said to Aisha. And Aisha noticed these two Jewish women, they are telling me a lie. It cannot be true. So she said, you lie. You are lying to me. That's what Aisha said. When they went away, when the two Jewish women went away, Aisha went to Muhammad, her husband, her PDF file, and she told him, Ya Rasulullah, two Jewish women came to me and they told me about the punishment of the grave. And Muhammad said, yes, it's true. The dead will be punished in their grave, brother. Okay. So Muhammad took it, it became Islam. Okay. But Dilal, it's Sunnah, Dilal. Like, ya Dilal Hassan, it's Sunnah. It's the Sunnah of your Prophet. You have to believe in it. Remember, I know you are very embarrassed about the Sunnah of your Prophet. I know it's not in the Quran, but it's Sunnah. It's the teaching and tradition of your Prophet. And when your Prophet says something, you have to take it. Remember, you're else a zindiq, kafir, ya adu Allah. We have a Muslim, clearly he's a Quran alone Muslim. He doesn't believe in the Sunnah of his Prophet, right? I know it's very, very devastating to be a Muslim. I follow the Sunnah of Islam. I know, Dilal Hassan, like, I said, I'm talking about many things at the same time. Quran and Sunnah. But today, this is why I'm mentioning it as an introduction. We didn't even start yet. I'm giving you an introduction yet. I didn't even go to the Quran yet. Right? But remember, you can't separate Quran from Sunnah, because according to chapter 53, ayahs 3 and 4, it says, وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. Everything that was given to Muhammad is nothing but divine inspiration. So there's no difference between the hadith of your Prophet and the Quran. It's equally divine. So you can tap dance, you can say whatever you like, right? Quran and Sunnah are equally divine. Whenever Muhammad used to open his mouth, that was divine inspiration from Allah through Jibreel to Muhammad. Right? It's just an introduction, baby. Easy. Kiss the black stone. Breathe. Kiss the black stone. Maybe it will help. Okay? Anyway. So, I hope everybody is ready, guys. We didn't actually start yet. Try to abuse the algorithms, guys. Tap on TikTok. Keep tapping it. Apply chapter 4, ayah 34 on the screen, brothers and sisters. But tap it lightly, brother, with a C walk. Okay, with the Islamic toothbrush, brother. Okay, and people on YouTube, please press like and share the link on social media. Use the arrow key, guys, on TikTok, and let everybody know that Rob Christian is live after a week. All right. Before we start, guys, I want to start with a prayer, as always. Without prayer, we are nothing. We need the blessings of Christ. So, pray with me, guys. بسم الاب والابن والروح القدس الان واحد امين. بشيم ابا وابر وروح قديش حاض الله الشرير امين. That was in the Arabic and Aramaic. And in English, we always say, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. 3 persons, one God whom we worship, we pray. Let us pray. Thank you, Lord, for allowing us to do another live stream, both on TikTok and YouTube today, with our wonderful team of admins, our beloved audience, supporters, and subscribers. Yes, Lord. Yes, risen Lord. O King of Kings, O Lord of Lords. Please bless everybody who is here listening and watching. Bless the internet connection. And keep our families, our loved ones, and children safe, O Lord. Bless them and protect them, Father. Lord Jesus Christ, your name above all names, I pray to you and I beg you to cleanse us with your holy blood and fill us with your Holy Spirit. Please, Jesus Christ, O King of Kings, O risen Lord, shine your holy light on all of us, including the Muslims who might be in need and are maybe here because they are seeking for the truth and they want to hear the other side, not only listen to their imams and shuyukh. Please, Lord, open their eyes and open their ears so they can listen. Please, Lord, use me today on this very blessed day, both on TikTok and on YouTube. Please, Lord, draw these poor victims, these Muslims, to your feet so they might know you. Ya Yeshua al-Masih, O Jesus Christ. Everything for your glory, O Son of God. Everything we do is for your glory. You are the Father's heart. You are the love of the Spirit, O Son of God. Christ, fill me with your Holy Spirit. Bless my throat and loosen my tongue today and guide me so I can speak the truth, nothing but the truth, without any error or any shame. And Lord Jesus Christ, give us wisdom and courage to do whatever needs to be done. In your holy name, O Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen. Amen. Welcome everybody. Speaking from Cave, Hira. We are live. We are back, baby. Let's go. All right. Now that we have prayed together, let us start. Yep, Phil, I have some time. I have some time. I had an open window to go live. Nice to see you guys. EMB, Maxime, Phil, Andrew, Martin, all the brothers and sisters. Epi Frenzy. I hope you will take care of the timestamps and references again, brothers and sisters. Please talk to one another. I'm talking to the admins on YouTube. Please talk to one another. EMB, Maxime, all of you guys, please let's unite and work as a team. If one of the other admins is not here to pick up the job, please, maybe you can deliver, guys, please. We are a team in the end. I can't do this all myself, all alone. I need your help, as you may know. And guys, please, like I said earlier, please share the link. Let everybody know that Rob Christian is weak again. Live again. Yes, we are weak. We need Christ, right? I didn't misspoke. Anyway, we are weak. We need Christ in our lives. That's true. But I'm live as well. I am live, baby. Let's start. How have you been, ya Zalami? It's James. Brother James, it's you? Did you change your... Let me make you an admin, bro. It's you. Kifak ya Zalami. I'm good, man. What about you? Can I make you an admin? I think I can. Give me a second here, guys. And as moderator, all right. Guys, do me a favor. Subscribe to the brother here. Allow his channel to grow on YouTube. Guys, for the people who do not know, I am live both on TikTok and on YouTube at the same time. Habibi James, God bless you. All right. RC is dive. I'm very dive, brother. This is why I need Jesus like anybody else here. Any one of us needs Jesus, not Muhammad, because Muhammad is a false prophet who used to plagiarize many sources from here and there, early fairy tales and legends, man-made stories, and put them in the Quran, for example. That's our today's topic, okay? Fairy tales, legends, rabbinic stories, man-made stories, Jewish and Christian legends and folktales in the Quran. These stories are very known, earlier stories, and even Muhammad was being accused in the Quran to be a stealer of stories. These are asatir al-awwaleen. Ya Muhammad, we have heard them. These are the legends of the ancients, the tales of the ancients. Why are you claiming to be a prophet? Right? Why are you claiming to be a prophet? Yet we know all of these stories. You claim that these are divine inspiration from Allah, but that's not true. Right? Let me start, guys. If you have seen our previous live shows, we've talked about this topic earlier. Let me start with the Talmud first. Let me prove that Muhammad and his scribes used to plagiarize from the Talmud, plagiarize from the Talmud and calling it divine inspiration from Allah in the Quran. Okay? Talmudic stories. For example, couple years ago, I found Allah's prayer, the way Allah prays in Islam, right? I, Rob Christian, found Allah's prayer couple years ago. Exactly how Allah prays. We know in chapter 33, ayah 56, Allah prays, right? Allah prays, right? But I found how Allah prayer sounds like, exactly how it sounds like. Yes, like any Muslim brothers and sisters, sister,
Emotional, damn it.
Allah does pray. And when he prays, brother, he drops like a Muslim and he prays, brother. That's what Allah says. Allah's prayer is da'if, brother. Very da'if, exactly, I agree. And if we go to the Quran, and I'm using here, guys, the English translation of Osama Dagduk. Brother Osama Dagduk, he wrote a beautiful English translation for the Quran. It's called The Generous Quran. I just dropped the link in the chat on YouTube, guys. I'm streaming both on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Guys, we have around 30 people watching on TikTok, and we have around 75 people watching on YouTube. Please, guys, tap the screen. I know it might be early in some places. It's very early, brother. The most earliest live stream ever. I didn't even drink my coffee yet, guys. I'm sipping my coffee. It's very, very early. Very, very early, brother. Brother, even Dhakar Naik, brother, it's not awake yet, brother. Dhakar Naik is sleeping in his bed, brother. Yeah. So, as you see, guys, this is chapter 33. Chapter 33, ayah 56. This is the English translation of Brother Osama Dagduk. Right? Brother Osama Dagduk. Look. Allah and His angels pray on Muhammad. To whom is Allah praying? That's my question. That's always what I've asked. When Allah prays, to who does Allah pray? But that's not the topic of today. We don't want to know to who Allah prays for now. We have always asked this question, and no Muslim can answer the question. But Allah does pray. And look, chapter 33, ayah 56. Surely Allah and His angels pray on the Prophet. Inna Allah wa malaikatu yusalluna ala nabi. Yusalluna ala. Pray on the Prophet. So Allah prays. O you have believed, pray on him and salute him, saluting. This is again the English translation of the Quran, chapter 33, ayah 56. Okay? 33, ayah 56. How you take your coffee, Rob? I drink it black, brother. I don't like sugar. I hate sugar. I drink it completely black. You know? It's so black. It's as black as Muhammad's heart. Okay? Very black. Okay? I don't drink the baby version of no. Yeah, I don't use sugar at all, you know. I'm trying to, lower some, try thinking about my health. Yeah. So Allah prays. But Allah's prayer, brother and sister, that's the topic. Allah's prayer, right? We know that Allah prays, and Muslims cannot deny it. They can play hide and seek, but they can't deny it. And even in the Hadith Qudsi, let me give you the link, guys. In Hadith Qudsi, you can find Allah's prayer as well, right? Hadith Qudsi, for the people who do not know, are the 40 hadiths. There are around 40 hadiths that are called holy hadith. Qudsi means holy. Okay, guys? These are hadiths of Allah Himself. Did you know that, guys? How many people know this? How many people know that Allah Himself has hadith? This is the hadith from Allah to Muhammad. Okay, there are 40 of them. This is hadith number 1 of 40. 1 of 40. Okay, holy hadith, meaning the hadith of Allah. Okay, on the authority of Abu Huraira, who said that the Messenger of Allah said, when Allah decreed the creation, He blessed Himself by writing His book, which is laid down with Him. My mercy prevails over my wrath. This is literally, guys, that highlighted part here. My mercy prevails over my wrath is Allah's prayer. I'm not kidding. So when Allah prays, He recites these words. My mercy prevails over my wrath. That's Allah's prayer literally. I'm not joking. Okay? That's Allah's prayer literally. Yeah, many times over, at least 4 times, Divine Mercy Apologetics. Muhammad was so dirty, so black in the inside. Jibreel had to open him from all the way down, all the way to the balls, brother. Okay? And he had to cleanse Muhammad 4 times, brother. 4 times. Not once, not twice, not thrice, but 4 times, brother, according to the Islamic sources. Okay? 4 times, brother, sister. That's how disgusting Muhammad was from the inside. Imagine to be washed from the inside 4 times. Not many Muslims don't know that, by the way, James. Many Muslims don't know that Muhammad was cleansed, opened his chest, and cleansed supposedly by Jibreel 4 times. Imagine 4 times. That's how disgusting he was. Yeah. So this part, guys, that's Allah's prayer. All jokes aside. And to prove it even further, look, in the following Sunni book called Kanzul Ummal, Kanzul Ummal, في سنن الأقوال والأفعال. Try to say that 10 times. Kanzul Ummal في سنن الأقوال والأفعال. Okay? Volume 12 of this book, you see here's the cover. I always provide the cover of the book and I put my transliteration of the name of the book. So you can put it, copy it if you want to look it up. Actually, let me give you the link since we're talking about it anyway. Here's the link of the book. You can download it and fact check me. Okay. Here is the link of the book. Allah's praying, brother. Allah prays. Kanzul Ummal. It's also, of course, in Ibn Kathir. This, what I'm about to show you, is also in Ibn Kathir. Don't forget it. But here is the link to the book. Okay, volume 12. All right, that's the book. All right, I just dropped the link on YouTube so you can collect all the references and sources, guys. And we go to page 417, okay? In the bottom, 417 in Arabic. Page 417, okay, guys? 417. To prove that Allah's prayer is literally in the Islamic books. Look. Hadith 35,000, hadith number 35457. That's the hadith number. Okay? After the from, it says that when Muhammad finally reached the 7 heavens, فلما جاء السماء السابعة قال له جبريل. So when Muhammad, he jumped on the back of Buraq, brother. Oh, sorry, wrong picture. When he reached the 7 heavens, brother, on the back of Buraq, okay, he reached the 7 heavens, he meets Jibreel there, in the 7th heaven, okay? Jibreel says to Muhammad, so Jibreel, brother, says to Muhammad, Inna Allah Azza wa Jal yusalli. Jibreel says, Allah is praying, brother. Who's talking to who? Jibreel is talking to Muhammad in the 7th heaven, okay? Inna Allah Azza wa Jal yusalli. فقال النبي. Then Muhammad said to Jibreel, Ahuwa yusalli. Do you see the question mark, guys? The question mark in the yellow here, highlighted part. Ahuwa yusalli. Muhammad says, Ya Jibreel, oh Jibreel. Right? So he's talking to Jibreel. He's asking him, does Allah pray? Wait, what?
Emotional, damn it.
Oh Jibreel, does Allah pray? So Muhammad says to Jibreel, he's asking him a question. He's there in the 7th heaven. Jibreel says, he confirms it. He says, Qala na'am. Jibreel says, yes, he confirms it. Allah prays. Jibreel confirms it. Qala na'am, here in the blue. And then Muhammad asks him, and what is Allah's prayer? So Momo asks Jibreel. Momo said, what is Allah's prayer? I'm typing out, so guys, you can take over, take notes. What is Allah's prayer? وَمَا صَلَاتُهُ قال يقول, he said, Allah says when he prays, in the green guys is Allah's prayer. Subuhun Qudusun, glory holy. That's how Allah prays, guys. Glory holy. رب الملائكة والروح سبقت رحمتي غضبي. Subuh, I put the transliteration, guys. Allah, when he prays like a Muslim, like a nice Muslim, Allah says, Subuh Qudus, Rabb al-Malaika wal-Ruh, Sabaqat Rahmati Ghadabi, which means, glory holy, Lord of the angels and the Spirit. Notice Spirit, singular. Lord of the angels and the Spirit. So you see, the angels are separated from the Spirit. Aywa. So Jibreel is, he's an angel according to the Muslims, so he cannot be the Spirit. Aywa. Rabb al-Malaika wal-Ruh, Lord of the angels and the Spirit. Sabaqat rahmati ghadabi. My mercy prevails over my wrath or anger. So that's how Allah prays? Yes. Aywa. That's how Allah prays. Like, that's how Allah prays. Now we know. Muslims said nobody knows. Allah doesn't pray, but we literally have his prayer. And like I said, it's also in Ibn Kathir. You can find this also in Ibn Kathir. Look, let me pull it up so you can see it with your own eyes, brother and sister. Guys, if you buy Ibn Kathir or you download it from the internet, the physical copy, okay? Forget about websites. I, Rob Christian, I don't care about websites when I read Islamic books. You know that by now, right, brother, sister? Brother, sister, I download books, brother, sister. You can buy them, you can download them to fact check me, okay, brother, sister? Okay, brother, sister. Tafsir ibn Kathir for the Quran, volume 6. Tafsir ibn Kathir, page 457. Volume 6, Surah Al-Ahzab, chapter 33, ayah 56. So guys, we have the what? The ayah, chapter 33, 56, Tafsir ibn Kathir, about Allah's prayer. Allah prays. We go down, same. Salatu tabaraka wa ta'ala, Allah's prayer, the most exalted, the most high. Subuhun Quddusun sabaqat rahmati ghadabi. Glory holy, my mercy precedes my anger. That's how Allah prays. The blessed and exalted, meaning Allah, his prayer is, glory holy, my mercy preceded my anger, or precedes my anger. Okay? That's Allah's prayer for you. Now that we have established from the Islamic books, from two different books actually, that Allah prays, and guys, of course, you won't find this in the English abridged version of Ibn Kathir. You have to download the Arabic Ibn Kathir. Okay? You see, guys, how they lie to you? They don't translate the English translation correctly. They leave big chunks out that are too embarrassing. Right? So let's see where Allah prayers is from. It's, of course, plagiarized from the English, from the Jewish sources. Watch. In the Talmud, we can find the prayer of God. Talmud, brother? Yeah. In Barachot 7a, to be specific. Of course, plagiarized and found its way back into Hadith Qudsi in Ibn Kathir, in Kanz al-Ummal. And look, Rav Sutra Bar Tovia said that Rav said, God says, may it be my will that my mercy will overcome my anger. Boom!
Emotional damage.
Do you see it? Plagiarized. Copy, paste. Aywa. Even Allah's prayer is plagiarized from the Jewish sources, and specifically from the Talmud Berachot 7a. Here's the link again, so you can collect all the sources. And if you go down again, and my mercy prevail over my other attributes, it's literally plagiarized. Plagiarized. You see it? And of course, these sources existed before Islam, many centuries before Islam. You see it? And even attributes, guys. Does it ring a bell? Attributes. In Islam, you have attributes. Allah has attributes. Asma wa sifat, right? Names and attributes. Aywa. Source number 2. That was Allah's prayer. What about the Gospel of Pseudo Matthew? Did Muhammad plagiarize from the Gospel of Pseudo Matthew, which is, of course, Apocrypha, right? Christian Apocrypha. What is it doing inside the Quran? I want to know. Death, I think your mom dropped you on your head when you were a kid, right? I think your mom had slippery hands and she dropped you on your head when you were a boy. Anyway, the Gospel of Pseudo Matthew. What are Christian Apocrypha doing inside the Quran? I want to know. Maybe a Muslim can tell us. Look, here's my proof. Even the Muslim sources, guys, even Muslims, they make beautiful paintings about Mary and Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, brother. But what are these sources? What are these Apocrypha doing inside the Quran? These are not divinely inspired. Pseudo Matthew, imagine. But if you go to Surah Maryam, chapter 19, Surah Maryam, guys, we see the story. Look, and the pains of childbirth drove her to the trunk of a palm tree. Does it ring a bell? Palm tree. She said, oh, who's talking? Maryam, supposedly. She said, oh, I wish I had died before this and was in oblivion, forgotten. But he called her from below her, do not grieve, your Lord has provided beneath you a stream, and shake toward you the trunk of the palm tree. So, this Islamic Maryam is very strong, brother. She can shake a tree, brother. Very strong. She's like baby Rebecca, 3-year-old baby Rebecca, when they attack Rebecca always. 3-year-old baby Rebecca was on juice. She was juicing up, brother. She was, the strongest 3-year-old. Like Rebecca in Islam, guys, Maryam, she can shake trees. I mean palm trees. Anyway, this story that found its way back into the Quran is, of course, Apocrypha. And here's the proof. And it came to pass on the 3rd day of their journey. The Gospel of Pseudo Matthew. Do you see it? Here's the link. Chapter 20, to be specific. Chapter 20, Gospel of Pseudo Matthew. Chapter 20, we can read the following. And it came to pass on the 3rd day of their journey, while they were walking, that the blessed Mary was fatigued. She was tired by the excessive heat of the sun. She was, tired. In the desert. Does it ring a bell? Yes, it's in the Quran. Brother, it's the Quran, brother. The Quran, brother. So, and seeking a palm tree. Bum, 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 bum. Fruit from the palm tree. Bum, 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 bum. Phil, the more you watch my live streams, the more you will see that we have all the sources. We have all the keys and people can collect. We're here to read. We are here to read, nothing more, nothing less.
Emotional damage.
You see it? So what is this story doing in the Quran? I thought that the Quran is divine inspired. Muslims, I thought that the Quran is divine inspiration from your God, Allah. But what are these stories doing in the Quran then? Which proves that Allah cannot be God. He's literally, Muhammad. Allah is Muhammad. Muhammad is borrowing these stories, plagiarizing these stories and putting them in the Quran. Aywa. Aywa. You see, as I said earlier, guys, Muslims are making beautiful illustrations about this. But what are these stories that are in the Apocrypha in the, for example, the Gospel of St. Matthew? What are they doing in the Quran? Simple question. I want a simple answer from the Muslims. I'm sure Muslims have an answer for all of it. All of this, guys. Here is more. Legends of the Jews found its way back in the Quran. If you go to the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam, brother. Even the story of Abraham is stolen from Legends of the Jews. Legends of the Jews that existed at least to three to 4 centuries before Muhammad was born. Legends of the Jews. Okay? Even the story of Abraham found its way back into the Quran, yet it's a man-made story. Look, if we go to chapter 6, ayah 75, and start reading all the way down, look what it says. So it's talking about Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim. Thus we showed Abraham the empire of the heavens and the earth, so that he may be of those with certainty. And when the night fell over him, he saw a planet, a kawkab, ra'a kawkaban. He saw a planet. He said, this is my Lord. Here, Ibrahim is committing shirk. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he's starting to worship the planet when he saw it. But what the planet said, he said, I don't like those that said. Planet said, okay. I don't like those that said. So first he become a mushrik, and then let's see what he will continue doing. This is the Islamic Abraham, guys. Rob, can you prove that this part is also stolen? Of course. Muhammad stole and plagiarized this story from the Jewish legends. Bear with me, guys. I'm here with you. Okay? We continue. Ayah 77. Then when he saw the moon rising, he said, this is my Lord. هذا ربي. رأى القمر بازغا قال هذا ربي. This is my Lord. When he saw the moon rising, he said, this is my Lord. And now he starts to worship the moon. Seems that Abraham was a nice little mushrik, guys, in Islam. Ibrahim alayhi salam is committing shirk left, right, and center. And then the story continues. So then he drops the moon, stop worshipping the moon, and he continues in the next ayah. Then when he saw the sun rising, he said, this is my Lord. It's the biggest. No. هذا أكبر. No. فلما رأى الشمس بازغة قال هذا ربي هذا أكبر. This is when he saw the Shams, the sun, rising. He said, this is my Lord. This is bigger. Akbar means bigger. Wrong translation, by the way. Ramadu Safir, I have no idea. You should ask the Muslims that question. I'm not the Muslim. But I don't want to go too much off topic, guys. What I'm trying to do during today's live stream, I want to prove to you that all of these ayahs, pick any chapter from the Quran, all of these ayahs are literally stolen from either legends of the Jews or Christian legends, Talmudic stories, left, right, and center, stolen, plagiarized, found their way back in the Quran. Of course, by Muhammad and his scribes. Here is the proof. Look, Legends of the Jews 1:5. Here is the link again. Talking about Abraham. Okay? Abraham, brother. Abraham. We go down. Okay? We go down. We go down. We see the story. Look. When the sun sank and the stars came forth, he said, these are gods. Who's talking? Abraham. Abraham. These are the gods. But the dawn came and the stars could be seen no longer. And he said, I will not pay worship to these, for they are no gods. Abraham said, Thereupon the sun came forth and he spoke, "This is my God. Hada Rabbi. Him will I extol. Him that I will worship." But again the sun set and he said, "He is no God." And beholding the moon, he called her his God, to whom he, Abraham, would pay divine homage. Then the moon was obscured, and he cried out, "This too is no God. There is one who sets them all in motion." Literally, guys, copy-paste. Copy-paste. Nazai Safaria, that's not my topic, please. Focus. My topic for today is fairy tales, legend stories, Talmudic stories found their way back in the Quran. Okay? Of course, he did not. But that's off topic. Abraham and Ishmael has nothing to do with Mecca, let alone building the Kaaba. That's off topic. It has nothing to do with my topic, please, guys. So you see, copy, paste. Aywa. Question is, why you Muslims believe in Muhammad? Yet all of these stories are very famous. They used to circle around the Mediterranean Sea, and Muhammad working for Khadija, he had access to these topics. And remember, Muhammad used to communicate with the Jews. Whenever he hears the stories of the Jews, he put them in the Quran. But my question to the Muslims of today, Muslims in 2024, why do you follow a false prophet who was nothing but a copy-paste machine of the 7th century? People in the chat, can you do me a favor and stay focused? You're all over the place. I'm not talking about paganism, tawheed. Victor, try to pretend to listen. Guys, pretend to listen like Muhammad the ear. Muhammad at least listened. He had one job, to listen and copy. Listen, copy and paste. At least pretend to be Muhammad for a second, you guys. Yeah? Pretend to be Muhammad for a second. Okay? At least Muhammad could listen because one of his nicknames was the ear. Even in the Quran, he's called the ear. هذا أذن. He's a أذن. He's an ear. هو أذن. Ear. Muhammad is an ear. What does it mean to be called an ear in Arabic? He is hearing stuff and he copies it into his Quran. Right? He was being accused of being an ear. I will if I have time, James, Habibi. Don't worry. Be patient, brother. Be patient, brother. I will. Don't worry. I have a couple of hours left. Don't worry. Be happy. Okay, next. Flying carpet of Solomon. Where did Muhammad find this story? Of course, with the Jews. Flying carpet of Solomon in the Quran, even Disney. Fly me to the moon. Right? Even this story is stolen from the Jews. It's a Jewish folk tale, a Jewish legend. Muhammad took it, put it in the Quran.
Emotional damage.
Of course, runs this one too. All of it. Look, and here's the proof. Brother, is this Muhammad, brother? No, brother. Oh, I'm very close. Muhammad is whiter. This guy is too much black on his face. Muhammad was, you look at the moon, you look at the Rasulullah, brother. Very, very white man, brother. It's an insult to call Muhammad black. So this guy cannot be Muhammad, brother. Brother, sister, brother. So even this story, and also don't forget Solomon almost stepping on the ants, the valley of the ant, and Muslims go crazy over these Quranic stories. Yet they don't realize that these are literally stolen from the Jews. Right? Stolen from the Jews. I mean, Mufti Menk, guys, supports today's live stream. Mufti Menk, brother. Mufti Menk, he talks hours and hours about these stories, yet he doesn't tell his Muslim audience that these are literally tales of the Jews. Man-made stories. Okay, look, and here's the proof. Legends of the Jews, okay, Legends of the Jews 4:5. Now, some people might ask, Rob, but here it says 1909. Abdul, that is the English translation, okay? English translation, okay? Abdul, okay? Solomon, look, here's the proof. Solomon had a precious piece of tapestry, okay? Flying carpet, brother. Flying carpet. Flying carpet, brother. 60 miles square, on which he flew through the air. Fly me to the moon. Legends of the Jews, Rob? Of course. So what is it doing in the Quran? What is it doing in the Quran? لا حول قوة إلا بالحجر الأسود. Flying carpet of Solomon, brother. Flying carpet of Solomon in the Quran? Stolen from Jews? Of course. Okay? Of course. Look, if we go to the Quran, we go, for example, to chapter 21, back to back with chapter 34. But let me first go to chapter 21, ayah 81. They said, and we subjected the fast wind for Sulaiman. If Sulaiman had a flying carpet, brother, and he could fly very beautifully, very smoothly, brother, which moved by his command towards the land in which we have placed blessing, and we know everything. And remember, he had the command over the jinns. He had army of, of birds, everything, brother. He's very powerful. Sulaiman in Islam is very powerful, brother. Okay, very, very powerful Sulaiman, brother. Sulaiman, he could fly, brother. And don't forget about the Valley of the Ants. Okay, we'll go there too. If you go to the tafsir, brother, if we go to the tafsir, you'll see that the tafsir also talks about the flying carpet. Let's see if we can, before Muslims call us liars. Brother, don't call me a liar, brother. Brother, everything we talk about, brother, is from your sources, brother. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm only reading, brother. Aywa. Let's see if we can find something in Ibn Kathir, maybe. Let's see if we can find something. Sulaiman. لك يا Sulaiman. Let's see. 34. Fly me to the moon. Look, guys. We go to Ibn Kathir, brother. Brother, sister, brother. Ibn Kathir. We go to Ibn Kathir, brother, sister. Look, Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir. Chapter 34. Ayahs 12 to 13. Ibn Kathir, okay? I have nothing to do with this. I'm only going to read. Okay? Look. I type in carpet. What do a guy get? Sulaiman flying on his carpet. They see it? Aywa. They see it? Sulaiman, guys, he could fly and he had a carpet to fly on. Aywa. Tapestry. Carpet. Like, yeah, Sulaiman, you can fly, brother. Brother. Even Ibn Kathir confirms. So you see, guys, everything is plagiarized. Solomon, in the Legends of the Jews, Solomon had a precious piece of tapestry, a carpet, 60 miles square, on which he flew through the air so swiftly that he could eat breakfast in Damascus and supper in Media. To carry out his orders, he had at his beck Asaf bin Berikhyach, sorry guys for butchering the names, among men, Ramirat, among demons. See, he had control over demons as well. Oh, in Islam too. He had control. Remember, Sulaiman had a ring, and he could control the jinns and birds, the hub bird, the speaking, the talking, the general, The general of Solomon, guys. Right? The general of Solomon. Look, carpet. Do you see it? Solomon, while he was sailing through the air on his carpet. Carpet, flying carpet, brother. Just like in Ibn Kathir. Do you see it? Ibn Kathir. If everything is stolen, brother. What about the Valley of the Ant? What about the Valley of the Ant? If we go to chapter 34. 34. Ayah 12. Look. When Solomon reaches the Valley of the Ants, when he reached the Valley of the Ants, no, 21, sorry, forgive me. 2181. 2181. Look. Okay. 2181. See, again, over the devils. He has also control over the devils. Do you see it? Where is the... Let's see. Where is that part again? I'm looking for... Where was that? 40, 34. 34 about the ant. The ant speaking, the she ant speaking. What was the chapter and ayah again? I'm looking for that part. Chapter 27? Okay, chapter 27, forgive me. Chapter 27, ayah 18. Look at, guys, any surah, pick any surah, it's full with legends. Right? 27, ayah 18. Here. Sulaiman went with his army of jinns and men and birds. Do you see, guys? Everything is copied. Copy, paste. Do you see it? Everything. Controlling the demons. Everything is stolen. Everything is stolen, guys. So Solomon stopped them when he heard the Valley of the Ants. He heard a she-ant talking. "O ants, enter your houses so that Solomon and his army will not crush you beneath him, beneath his horses and whatnot. Watch out!" Also, this is stolen, Rob? Of course. Look. Where's the ants? I'm looking, it's very long. Yeah. On one occasion, so you see, guys, everything is stolen. Everything is plagiarized. Legends of the Jews 4:5. On one occasion, he, meaning Solomon, strayed into the Valley of the Ants. Aywa, in the Valley of the Ants, brother. In the course of his wanderings, he heard one ant order all the other ants to withdraw, to avoid being crushed by the armies of Solomon. Kalam khatir ya Arab Christian. Dangerous. Muslims, why is your Quran plagiarized from Legends of the Jews? Kalam khatir ya Arab Christian. You are destroying Islam left and right, I know. Guys, flying carpet, Solomon controlling not only the animals, but also the demons, the jinns, and the talking she-ant. Everything is copied from the Jews. Everything is copied, brother, sister. Oof. Like ya akhwan. Here, I just shared the link, Christian Saya. Here's the link again in the chat. Copy it, bookmark it, save it. Muslims, why do you follow a prophet who was nothing but a copy-paste machine in the 7th century? Why do you claim that the Quran is divinely inspired? Yes, all of these stories can be traced back to the legends of the Jews, for example. 4, 5. These stories existed with the Jews at least 3 to 4 centuries before Muhammad was even born. Children used to be taught by their parents, by the elders. You know, King Solomon, brother, he was so powerful. He could control the wind. He had the control over the wind. He could even fly on his big carpet, right? And he could talk to ants. He heard the ants talking. Stop! Army, stop! Don't crush the ants. What is it doing in the Quran? Chapter 27, ayah 18. She ant talking, O ants, enter your houses. May not Solomon and his army crush you. Yet they claim that the Quran is from God. Not only believe in such stories, Brother Faith Gabatwi, it's not only believing in these stories, they claim that these are divine. These are stories from Allah, God. Yet what they don't know, what these poor Muslims don't know, is that these are literally stolen and put in the Quran. So what are man-made stories created by people like you and me many centuries ago? What are they doing in the Quran? An ant can speak, amazing, of course. Muslims, you know, they are smart. I mean, ants speak, brother. They don't communicate through vibration and through chemical, what they leave behind. You know, when you have an ant, guys, when an ant enters, let's say, your house, it leaves a chemical, they spit or something. I don't know exactly what ants do, but they leave chemical stuff behind so that the other ants can, smell and come and find where that first ant went. There's some delicious food here on the ground. Come. Right? They communicate through vibration, but in Islam, guys, because Muhammad was very smart when he was plagiarizing, according to Allah, according to Muhammad, and can speak. Pheromone trail, okay, that's what it's called, Andrew Martin. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, you see? And Muslims are going high wire. They go crazy over these stories. Yeah, these are all man-made stories. And Muslims say this is divine inspiration from Allah. If Allah is God, then the Jews must be gods as well, because these are legends of the Jews. Again, here is the link. Is this live? Yes. I'm not sure though, Swa. Not sure if I'm live. Am I live, guys? I don't know. Yes, this is live. Next. Oof. We already mentioned this, guys. Muhammad jumping on the back of Buraq. But what is this originally from? What they call Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj. Of course, also copied from the Jews. Watch. Sorry, wrong picture. And then NASA confirms that this truly happened, brother. NASA, they found a trail, the trail of Muhammad when he went 1400 years ago. NASA confirms it, brother. They found evidence in the sky, brother. Yeah, that it was Muhammad flying, brother. NASA confirms. You see the logo and everything. All jokes aside, when we go to the night journey in the Quran, Surah Al-Isra, it says, "Exalted is he who took his servant by night from Masjid al-Haram to al-Masjid al-Aqsa, whose surroundings we have blessed to show him of our signs," blah, 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 more blah, blah, blah. If you go to the next ayah, you see it's talking about Moses. This cannot be about Muhammad. The servant here cannot be Muhammad. It's actually Moses. Else why is the next ayah immediately talking about Moses? But Muslims are very smart, brother. Muslims are very, very smart. So guys, the story is about Moses. Yet Muslims much later gave it to Muhammad. But anyway, can we prove that this is literally stolen? Of course. Of course. Look, and here's the proof. Legends of the Jews 3:2. Here's the link. During his stay with him, God showed Moses all the seven heavens. Ding, 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 ding.
Emotional damage.
It is Moses, not Muhammad. In the legends of the Jews, before Islam, before Muhammad, the Jews used to tell one another about the story of Moses who ascended to heaven and he went to see the seven heavens. He went to the seven heavens. Muhammad copied it and he put it in the Quran, and much later Muslims, they said it's about Muhammad, okay? It's not about Moses, okay? See? Copy paste. Even the night journey of Moses, they copy it and put it in Quran. Pick any chapter of the Quran, any surah contains plagiarization. Any chapter, any surah is all plagiarized. All of it. أيوة. Now, because I need to keep my promise, James, you're gonna love this, brother. Brother, is that Yafur? Is that Yafur? Is that Yafur? No, it's not Yafur. It's not Yafur. Okay, it's not Yafur. Look. Guys, I have nothing to do with this. Blame James, brother James from Divine Mercy Apologetics. This is the most damaging one, he says. Yeah, I agree though, but it's funny though. Guys, 18 plus, okay? If you have children, please tell them to go to the other room. 18 plus. 18 plus, okay? Andrew Martin says it must be Zakir Naik. Yeah, according to Muhammad, according to the Sunnah of Muhammad, if you raise your head before the Imam finishes prayer, Allah will make your head like that of a donkey. So it could be possible that this is a Muslim who became, Allah changed his face, brother. Why not a 9 plus? Oh yeah, in Islam it's 9 plus. For other people it's 18 plus, okay? In Islam it's 9 plus. Actually 6 plus, Rama. 6 plus. Aisha was 6. Look, guys. If we go to the tafsir of At-Tabari, we mentioned Ibn Kathir moments ago. Regarding tafsir At-Tabari, I don't want to go too much, I don't want to use the words in the tafsir because they are very, very explicit. But I will put it on the screen for you. You can read it. It's also in Al-Qurtubi, it's in Al-Tabari, it's many tafsirs. But in Tafsir al-Tabari you can find it as well. We have the story of King Balaam, which is of course stolen from the Talmud. You see it on the screen, right? The king in the tafsir is talking to a donkey. And the donkey is talking to the king. And the donkey says, "You wicked, me at night and ride me during the day." And he's beating the donkey. Long story short, he's doing some nice bestiality with the donkey. Where is this from? Of course, from Sanhedrin Mishnah 105b. Look, 105b. Hope it's going to work. Yeah, it's going to work. Safaria.org. I love this website, man. Look. The donkey said to him, I'm not your donkey. Am I not your donkey? Am I not your donkey? Merely for burdens, not for riding. The donkey said to him, upon which you have ridden. Balaam said to the donkey, you know, لعنة الله عليك يا James for making me reading this, man. لعنة الله عليك. لعنة الله عليك يا James. But here, I have nothing to do with this, okay? Anyway. Look, the donkey continued, moreover, I perform a conjunctural act for you, and we engage in at night. They said, literally stolen. Stolen and found its way back in chapter 7, specifically 7, ayah 176. If you go to the explanation for the ayah, why the ayah came down and what the story is behind the ayah. You see it? And this is the tafsir. Poor donkey. Plagiarization. Let's see. What about Satan? Another story, plagiarized. Satan in the Quran being forced, the damaging story in the Quran. Satan is being forced by Allah to commit shirk and do sujood to Adam. If you are new to Islam, you might not know the story. But if we go, for example, guys, to chapter 2, Surah Al-Baqarah. Chapter 2, Surah Al-Baqarah. Let's see, 34. Okay, let me make it a bit bigger. And when we said to the angels, who's we? Allah. Why we? Allahu Alam. But that's not my topic for now. Prostrate before Adam. وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ. And when we commanded the angels to prostrate before Adam, act of worship, sujood, so they prostrated except for Iblis, Satan. Rob, are you trying to say that this is also plagiarized? Yes. The answer is yes. Speaking from cave, Hira. This ayah is stolen from the Jews, always the Jews. Why you Muslims claim this is from Allah? Why do you claim that this is a divine book inspired from Allah through Jibreel, through Jibreel to Muhammad? Yet, this is literally stolen. Rob, can you prove that? Of course. Look. We go back to the legends of the Jews. Look, Brother Thitha. Look. When we go to the story of Adam, do you see it on top? We see in the legends of the Jews, of course, it's not divine inspired, but it's copied from the legends of the Jews, and it's found its way back in the Quran in chapter 2, ayah 34. Look, brother, sister. We see, let's see where exactly. Look. It's somewhere here, brother. Look. Thus Adam divined the proper name, and Satan was forced to acknowledge the superiority of the first man. Who is the first man? Of course, Adam. Nevertheless, he broke out in wild outcries that reached the heavens. Okay, continue, Rob. Continue, please. No problem, brother. I will continue, brother. Nevertheless, he broke out in wild outcries that reached the heavens and refused to do homage unto Adam. Aywa, copy paste. As he has been bidden. The host of angels led by him did likewise. So the angels did prostrate to Adam. In spite of urgent representations of Michael the angel, who was the first. You see the angel Michael in the legends of the Jews? The angel Michael, who was the first to prostrate, do sujood, himself before Adam, act of worship, in order to show a good example to the other angels. Michael addressed Satan, give adoration, do sujood to the image of God, meaning Adam. Remember, in Islam, if you go to Bukhari, it says that Adam is created the image of Allah. Adam is created in the image of Allah. Even that one is stolen. But if thou this does it not, then the Lord God will break out in wrath against thee, meaning he's going to punish you, yes, Satan. Satan replies, if he breaks out in wrath against me, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, etc., etc. Copy paste. And when we said to the angels, prostrate before Adam. And so they prostrated acceptably. He said, copy paste. Brother, sister, Muslims, why your prophet is copy paste machine? Brother, sister, why Muhammad is copying all of these stories, claiming it's divine inspiration from God, yet these are literally legends of the Jews. Legends of the Jews. Here's the link from safaria.org. Nothing is left. Literally, pick any chapter. Any chapter of the Quran contains legends stolen. Here is another one. Chapter 5 of the Quran. Chapter 5 of the Quran. Ayah 32. You know the famous ayah that they always misquote? Guys? I've seen even shuyukh misquote the ayah. But what can we expect? Because it's for the Jews and the Jews alone. What they do, guys, is they start reading from here. Right? They start reading from here. They skip the first part. Because of that, we decreed upon the Bani Israel. كتبنا على بني إسرائيل. We decreed upon the children of Israel. So they misquote this part. That's what Muslims do. They literally butcher their own Quran, yet they claim we are the corruptors of the Bible. They misquote their Bible and they continue reading from here. Right? But anyway, that's not my topic of today. Because of that, we have decreed upon the children of Israel that whoever unalives a soul, unless for a soul or for corruption in the land, it is as if he had slain entire mankind. Right? This is, guys, stolen from the Sanhedrin Mishnah. Mishnah Sanhedrin 4:5. Sanhedrin Mishnah 4:5. Literally copy paste. Literally copy paste. Did you know that? Copy paste again. Look. And here is the proof. Mishnah Sanhedrin 4:5. Here's the link. Collect all the sources, guys. Bookmark them, save them whenever you debate a Muslim about this. Talking about the story of Cain and Abel, right? The children of Adam. Let's see, where is that part? Look. The proof for this, as we found with Cain, who unalived his brother, as it stated concerning him, the voice of your brother's blood. It should be here somewhere. Look. Therefore, Adam, the first man, was created alone to teach you that which, with regard to anyone who destroys one soul from the Jewish people, do you see it? Decreed on the Bani Israel. Aywa, the children of Israel. The offspring of Israel, the Jewish people. I.e., if you unalive just one Jew, the verse ascribed him blame as if he destroyed an entire world. Boom, 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 boom. Do you see it? This part. Copy paste. Copy paste, brother. Copy paste, brother. Do you see this entire part? كلام خطير يا رب Christian. كلام خطير. Why you Muslims follow a copy paste machine who claim to be a prophet? Muhammad, the copy paste machine, made the police be upon him. Exactly. Muhammad should be sued for copyright infringement. Muhammad should have been sued for copyright, stealing copyrighted material. If I was a Jew, guys, I would go to the Muslims and ask millions and millions of money because the Quran is stolen literally from the Jews. Talmud, legend stories, what's left? Exactly, Andrew Martin. And Muhammad was literally accused. These are asatir al-awwalin. These are the tales, the legends of former people, which Muhammad has written down, and they are dictated to him morning and afternoon. Chapter 25, ayah 5 of the Quran. Chapter 25, ayah 5 of the Quran. And that's not the only one, Andrew Martin. There are many ayahs like these, where Muhammad is being called the ear, Muhammad is being called a sha'ar majnoon, a mad poet, copy-paste, liar, deceiver, copy-paste machine, stealing stories left, right, and center. Yet Muslims claim Muhammad is a true prophet from God. Then why are these legend stories and Talmudic stories, rabbinic stories, Christian legends, Christian apocrypha, what are they doing in the Quran if you claim that this is a divine book from God? Imr al-Qais, many, brother. Saint Ephraim too, many. Guys, I told you in the beginning of the live show, I don't know where to start. Today's live stream because I have so many sources to show you that literally pick any surah, pick any chapter of the Quran, it's filled with copyrighted material stolen from here, there, from Jews, Christians, etc. Yet they claim, the only miracle is Muslims claim that this is a divine book from God. Unlimited stories stolen, exactly. Unlimited. Guys, we can literally talk about this the entire day. You see, and we can back it up with proof. Aywa. What about chapter 2, 63, 64? Let's see. If we go back to the Quran, guys, it's crazy, man. It's any chapter is stolen. Chapter 2, Surah Al-Baqarah again, ayah 63. Let me go there first. 63, 64. Let's see. Look. Chapter 2, 63. And recall when we took your covenant, O Bani Israel, children of Israel, to abide by the Torah, and we, meaning Allah, again. Why always we? Allahu A'lam. Allah knows breasts. We raised over you the mountain, right? Aywa. Where is this stolen from, Rob? Are you claiming again that this part is stolen? Yes, look. From the Avodah Zarah to be. Okay? Avodah Zarah to be. Look. This part is stolen. Aywa. Look. Look, guys. Look. Do you see it? Uh-huh. Do you see it? Do you see it? The verse teaches that the Holy One, blessed be He, meaning God, overturned the mountain, i.e. Mount Sinai, above the Jews like a basin. Do you see it? Copy paste. You see it, guys? Chapter 2, 63, plagiarized from Avodah Zarah to be. From the Talmud. From the Talmud. Here is the link in the chat. Everything is copied, guys. Everything is plagiarized. And most of it from the Jews. From the Jews. Most of the material comes from the Jewish legends and the Talmud. Yet, they claim, the Muslims claim, our Muslim friends claim that the Quran is from God. And I think, guys, we have to conclude that the Jewish rabbis must be all gods in Islam because Allah took it from them. Allah, I mean Muhammad, there's nothing called Allah. Muhammad literally stole from the rabbis. These are rabbinic explanations, rabbinic teaching. What is it doing in the Quran? James Habibi. Exactly. Islam is literally a cheap knockoff. Islam is a cheap knockoff from the previous stories. Copy paste. Yet they claim this book of poetry, that's what it is. You know, this Quran, this book of poetry, they claim it's divine book from God. The only miracle is, guys, what is the only miracle in Islam? That Muslims claim that the Quran is a divine inspired book. That's the only miracle. That they believe in it. Try not to cut crazy, guys. For these poor souls, these victims who do not do their own homework. They don't do their homework. They don't know. They are blind sheep. Blind sheep. Rob, can you continue? I can, but guys, I don't want to butcher you with all of these sources left, right, and center. What about the following story? If we go to the tafsir, guys, if we go to the tafsir of the Quran, and specifically chapter 12, ayah 24, 12:24 of the Quran, if we go to the tafsir, Surah Yusuf, guys, the chapter of Yusuf, alayhi salam, Yusuf, you see it on the screen? Chapter 12, ayah 24. And she certainly determined to seduce him. So guys, this is talking about the Prophet Yusuf in Islam, Joseph, how one of the women, they tried to seduce Joseph. And he would have inclined to her had he not seen the proof of his Lord. So he would have the dingy to her. But if we go to the Islamic sources, the explanation, right? The explanation, we see that Ibn Abbas is talking about about the father of Joseph, Jacob. Suddenly Jacob appeared to him standing in the house and biting his fingers, saying, "O Joseph, do not have intercourse with her." Joseph loosened his waistband and sat with her as one who possesses would sit. She lay on her back for him, and he sat between her legs, removing his clothes. You can find this, for example, in a Tabari, in other tafsir as well. But where do we get it? Of course, again, from the Jews. Look. Look, guys. Look, Joseph's refusal. Refusal. If you go to the tafsir, guys, you'll find a similar explanation. Suddenly, Jacob appeared to him, meaning to Joseph, standing in the house and biting his fingers, saying, "O Joseph, do not have intercourse with her." Joseph loosened his waistband and sat with her as one who possesses would sit. She lay on her back for him. Look, even you see, Tabari, literally copied. The Muslims are copying from the Jews, guys. Not kidding. At Tabari, even they put here Tabari. You see, even the Jews are pointing fingers. Hey, you Muslims are stealing our stories. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What's left? What about the two magicians? James, do you know about this one? Do you know about this one? If we go to chapter 26, ayah 38, it's a very long story. 38. You know about the two magicians, right? And Aaron defeating them. Remember? So here we have Pharaoh, story of Pharaoh, right? And the magicians. Who will bring you every learned, skilled magician? So the magicians were assembled for the appointment of a well-known day, and it was said to the people, "Will you congregate that we might follow the magicians if they are predominant?" So if they're going to win the contest. And when the magicians arrived, they said to Pharaoh, "Is there indeed for us a reward if we are predominant?" He said, "Yes, and indeed you will then be of those near to me." Moses said to them, "Throw whatever you will throw." So they threw their ropes and their staffs and said, "By the might of Pharaoh, indeed it is we who are predominant." Then Moses threw his staff. At once it devoured what they falsified. So that it's long story short, it's all of it is plagiarized as well. Here. Copied. From the Midrash Tanchuma, K.I. Tisa 19:1. Right? Guys, it's... What can I say? What can I say? Let's see if I can... What is basically going on is, guys, when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down, the word boshesh, delayed, indicates that it was the 6th hour of the day, okay? 40,000 people had assembled to leave Egypt with the Israelites, and among them were two Egyptians named Yanes and Jambres, who had performed magical feats for Pharaoh. Okay, as written, and the magicians of Egypt, in like manner with their arts, all of them gathered about Aaron, as is said, and the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said, Ibid 32:11. Okay, so the magicians were gathered for the appointment on a specific day, and in the end they were defeated, right? They were defeated by Moses and Aaron. All of it is literally, guys, stolen from the Jewish sources. All right. Let's see where this part is. It's a very long story, guys, but as you see, it's on the screen. That's one. Let me see if we can put more. Let's see. We talked about Allah's prayer, flying carpet of Solomon. We talked about Abraham. Did we miss one, guys? Maybe if the chat want to bring more sources up, that would be awesome. There are many. If you want to add something or one more, guys. James, you know one more? I think there are more. But I gave you the most famous ones. Oh, Sasha says it's about Yanis and Yambris taken from Palestine Midrash, the Palestinian Midrash before Islam, and they become proselytes. Ah, I see. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. Seven sleepers. Okay, what about the seven sleepers, Rob? Seven sleepers. I almost forgot that one. The seven sleepers. The problem in the Quran, guys, about the seven sleepers is the Quran doesn't know the exact number. Allah is so ignorant. Allah is so ignorant that He can't tell us, I mean Muhammad, because it's copy-paste from the Christians. Allah can't tell us the exact number. Right? The seven sleepers of Ephesus, right, guys? The seven sleepers of Ephesus. You know, all of you should know this story by now. It's a Christian legend. Muhammad heard of it and he put it in the Quran. And the context is like this. The Meccans, the family of Muhammad, the tribe of Muhammad, wanted to examine Muhammad. And they went to Yathrib. At the time, it was called Yathrib. When Muhammad conquered it, it became Medina. They went to the rabbis, to the Jewish rabbis, and they cooked up 3 questions for Muhammad. Right? 3 questions to know if Muhammad, if he can answer the question, he must be a prophet. If he can't, he's a false prophet. And they asked him about the sleepers. Sorry? No? Let me correct myself. They asked them about the youth. Right? Since these are Jews, the Jews, to examine Muhammad, they went to the book of Daniel. I guess they went to the book of Daniel. What did Muhammad do, the idiot, the village idiot? He went to look for an answer. He went instead of going to the book of Daniel, he went to the Christian legend, thinking that they are talking or asking him about the 7 sleepers of Ephesus, right? Which is a Christian folktale, right? Muhammad, he plagiarized it and he put it in the Quran in chapter 18. Yet he didn't give us the exact number of how many sleepers were inside the cave. And you would think, look what the ayah says, ayah 18. You think them awake. You would think them awake while they were asleep, and we turned them to the right and to the left, while their dog stretched his forelegs at the entrance. So, guys, question: we're talking about Christians who lived, let's say, in the 3rd century, 2nd, 3rd century, supposedly. And the Romans were in power. We have a huge Roman Empire. And they were, very strong. They had a strong army. What is a tiny chihuahua? What is a tiny chihuahua going to do against a Roman army? And talking about arms, yeah. This tiny dog is going to, it must be an eternal dog, guys, who lived for hundreds of years. This dog was protecting the entrance of the cave, where supposedly the 7 sleepers of Ephesus, the Christians, were sleeping for a couple of centuries. This dog, very strong dog, brother, was protecting the cave. But of course, when Muhammad copied the story, it became corrupted, and he could not tell us how many 7 sleepers were there. And some of them said, they were 5, 6. With the dog, we have a dog. Maybe it was an angel. Allahu alam. Right? How many? Allahu alam. Nobody knows. But only Allah knows. Well, if Allah knows, why is Allah not giving the answer? Look, they will say there were 3, the 4th of them being their dog. And they will say there were 5, the 6th of them being their dog, guessing at the unseen. And they will say there were 7, and the 8th of them was their dog. Say, O Muhammad, to your people, my Lord is most knowing of their number. Yeah, Jahil. Like, you fake prophet. Give us the correct number. Is it 6, 7 sleepers? How many? I don't know exactly, because I don't know the original story, but I copied it from the Christians. I heard it from the Christians. And I just claimed that Jibreel came to me and he gave me this divine inspiration. Ya Hmar ibn Hmar. Like, Ya Hmar ibn Hmar. These are rabbis who gave the questions to the Meccans to examine you. They are asking about the 3 youths who were thrown in the fiery furnace in the book of Daniel. Why are you going to the Christian folktale and get yourself busted? But the original story, guys, has nothing to do with the dog. Because Muhammad, when he plagiarized it, he made a mistake. It should be a guardian angel. Guardian angel. Why did it become a dog? How did it become a dog? At least if you're going to copy the story correctly, don't corrupt it. Don't corrupt the story. What dog? What is a dog going to do against a Roman army? It sounds more logical if you would have copied the story correctly. It sounds more logical if it was a guardian angel, because yes, an angel is strong enough to destroy a Roman army, right, guys? Someone misread Kali'ahum, exactly. It should have been Kali'ahum, not Kalbahum. So if you changed 1 dot into 2 dots, it becomes their guardian angel. Right? Kali'ahum, not Kalbahum. Kalbuhum, Kali'ahum. So the scribes, guys, they literally corrupted even the word here. This word here that you see, guys, highlighted, is corrupted. It should be Kali'ahum, not Kalbahum. It doesn't make sense that a tiny chihuahua is going to protect 7 sleepers for centuries. What, is this a vampire dog? I don't know. This dog is eternal? I don't know. ما ندري.
Emotional damage.
Damaging. Right? Damaging. Any Muslim? Is there any Muslim who wants to come up? Why Allah is copying the story incorrectly? At least fix it. And there is no answer. Some of them, they say 3. What is this shish kebab falafel copy paste? Some will say there are 3, and the 4th is their dog, and some will say it's 5. The 6th will be the dog. What is this? Ya Muhammad, if you are a true prophet, you should tell us the exact number. No answer. Right? What is this? Any Muslim? Why do you Muslims claim that the Quran is from God? Yet literally pick any chapter. Any chapter of the Quran contains fairy tales, legends. Abdul Rahman, what do you mean I'm blind or something? Are you blind? Why have you been living under the black stone, man? Why didn't you do your own homework, man? To see that literally any chapter, pick any chapter, it's copied. Copied from Legends of the Jews, Fairy Tales, Asatir al-Awwaleen, and we proved it today. Why do you follow a false prophet who copied stories from people previous to him? And even the Sahaba, the companions, before becoming Muslims, they used to tell Muhammad, "Yeah, Muhammad, you're a copy-paste machine. Copy-paste prophet, brother. Copy-paste." Copy-paste prophet. Muhammad was being accused, guys, to be the ear, a mad poet. Imagine if your own family would accuse you, guys, of being a liar, a deceiver. These are the Asatir al-Awwaleen. These are the tales of the ancient. Any Muslim? Is there any Muslim on TikTok who wants to come up? Fly me to the moon. Imagine. Flying carpet, brother. Divine inspired, brother. The Quran is divine inspiration, brother. Didn't you know, brother? The Quran is from God, brother. Rob, Christian, don't deceive. Don't deceive. Okay? Imagine, guys, your own family calling you a mad poet. Your own family saying, are we going to leave our gods for a mad poet like you, Muhammad? Sha'ar Majnoon, chapter 37, ayah 36. Imagine, these are the family of Muhammad. Chapter 25, ayah 5. And they say, these are the Meccans, tales of the ancients.
أساطير الأولين. These are man-made stories before you, Ya Muhammad. We know these stories. You are a copy-paste. You are plagiarizing the stories. These are the tales of the ancients. These are folk tales. These are fairy tales which Muhammad has caused to be written. And they are dictated before him morning and evening. We know these stories, Ya Muhammad. You're not telling us anything new. You're a fraud. You're a fake prophet. Right? Imagine if your own family says this to you. Any Muslim? Is there any Muslim? I may open Skype. Maybe if we are lucky. Since the Muslims on TikTok are too scared to come up. Let me open Skype. Call me, yeah, right? Call me, Muslims. Skype ID is the Rob Christian. Muslims, only Muslims, guys, please. I don't have much time. Muslims, you can call us live on air. Yalla chauffeur, yalla chauffeur. Any Muslim? Is there any Muslim? Either you can come up on TikTok or you can call me through Skype. We have 2 phone lines. Yalla ya akhwan. Tell us why your prophet is a true prophet. Any Muslim? Mayday, mayday. We need a Muslim. Moki, if I am fake news, come on, let's see who's fake, you or me. How am I fake? How am I fake? Come, tell everybody how I'm fake. You Jahil, not me. You is not me. Me is not you. Yeah. Guys, at least you need to give it to them. They are very smart. Muslims are very smart people, guys. Muslims are very smart people. Muslims are the smartest people on earth, guys. Kid you not. Any Muslim can tell us? Any Muslim can come up and tell us? Can any Muslim come up and tell us why anybody should follow Muhammad, the copy-paste machine? Any Muslim? Rob, at least you should know that Allah has a dog. Allah's dog is not a chihuahua, okay? Allah has a dog? Yes. If you go to chapter 53, ayah 1, guys. You go to Tafsir At-Tabari, for example. You should see that Allah has a dog. But Rob, aren't black dogs, specifically black dogs, are they not evil? Well, yeah. Allah is Satan, of course. If in Islam dogs are evil, and Allah has a dog, what does that say about Allah? Rob, can you prove that Allah has a dog? Yes. Let me prove that Allah has a dog. Ow, ow, Allah has a ow, ow. Yes, Allah has a ow, ow. Okay? Ow, ow, brother. Allah has a ow, ow, okay? Ow. No way, Rob. Yes, yes. Allah has a ow, ow. Look. Allah has a ow, ow. If we go to Tafsir al-Tabari, guys, you see Tafsir al-Tabari, not the Tafsir of Rob Christian. No, no. Tafsir al-Tabari. Here's the link. Look. Tafsir al-Tabari. Muhammad has a conversation with a person who is rejecting Allah. He doesn't want to accept Muhammad as a prophet. He knows he's a fraud. Right? He knows that Muhammad is a false prophet. And he says, I disbelieve in Allah. I do not believe in Allah. The guy says. Look. قال عتبة بن أبي لهب. Utbah said, كفرت برب النجم. So when we go to Tafsir 53, guys, this is the Tafsir for this chapter here. Surah Al-Najm, Ayah 1. Okay? When Allah swears by the star. Okay? Allah is swearing, Rob? Yes. Why would Allah swear by His own creation? Allahu Alam. Isn't that shirk? Of course it is. But Muslims are very smart, you know. Allah committing shirk, it's okay, brother, no problem. Allah prays, no problem. Allah prays. To who does Allah pray? Nobody knows, but Allah prays. And He recites even a prayer, remember? We explained it in the beginning of the live stream. But not only does Allah swear, Allah has also a dog. And when Utbah says, Kafartu bi Rabb al-Najm, I disbelieved in the Lord of the star, meaning Allah supposedly. Muhammad said, فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أما تخاف إن يأكلك كلب الله? Are you not afraid that Allah will send His dog to eat you? Look, if we copy this part, I'm not kidding, guys, that's what it says. Allah has a dog. And the dog of Allah eats people. Did you know that? The dog of Allah eats people. I'm not kidding. Look. Utbah bin Abi Lahab said, read with me. I'm only reading, guys. This is Tafsir who? At-Tabari. Look. Tafsir At-Tabari. Look on top, all the way on top. Tafsir At-Tabari for chapter 53, ayah 1. 53, ayah 1. Okay? It says, Utbah bin Abi Lahab said, I disbelieve in the Lord of the star, meaning Allah. He's doing kufr on Allah. Okay? The messenger of Allah, meaning Muhammad said, who? Momo said, Qutham said, are you not afraid, Ya Utbah? Are you not afraid that a dog of Allah will eat you? Allah's dog will eat you? Allah has a chihuahua? And it's a very dangerous chihuahua, brother. I believe that Allah's chihuahua is very dangerous, brother. Allah has a ow-ow. Allah has a ow-ow, and this ow-ow is very, very, very dangerous. And this ow-ow eats people if you disbelieve in him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Allah will send His chihuahua to eat you. Jihadi, did you know that the dog is your brother in Islam? Jihadi boy. You're calling us dogs, but did you know that in Islam, dogs are your brothers? Did you know that dog is your brother? And did you know that according to your prophet, you are a son of an animal? You are actually the dog. Did you know that? Look what your prophet said. You see, anything you Muslims say will be used against you. anything you Muslims say will be used against you. Look, brother. Look. Let me prove to you that you are actually the dog. In the history of At-Tabari, if you go to the last sermon that Muhammad, the khutbah of Muhammad before his death, volume 9, the history of At-Tabari, look what Muhammad in his final days said. The last years of Muhammad, the false prophet. Look at what he said about you and your mothers and your wives. Look. Page 113, volume 9. We go down. Look what Muhammad said. Treat women well, for they are like domestic animals with you and do not possess anything for themselves. So wait, if your wives and mothers are domestic animals and you are the sons of your mothers, then you must be a dog too. If your mother is a dog, she's an animal, a pet. If your mother is a pet, what are you? According to the Prophet. What are you? Are you a son of a dog? Very sincere question. If according to Muhammad, women in Islam are domestic animals, what are you? Simple question, simple answer. Do you see it? So who's the dog? Who's the dog? Why do you accept Mr. Groot? Wallahi brother. Like brother. Why do you accept a false prophet who calls your mother, your wife, your sister and daughter women? Why is he calling you women domestic animals? If they are domestic animals and you are the son of your mother, if you claim to be the son of your mother and you love your mother, why do you accept that the Prophet of Islam calls you a dog? Or maybe ahmar, a donkey. لكن انت طلعت حيوان ابن حيوان. يا أخي المسلم بالإنسانية. أنت مش إنسان. According to your Prophet, you are not a human. You are an animal. You are a حيوان. I'm not harassing. I'm reading. Brother. I'm asking a sincere question. According to your Prophet, women in Islam are animals. Do you accept this? I'm not the one talking. Donkey, man. I'm not the one saying it. Your Prophet is doing that. I'm reading what your Prophet is saying. It's on the screen. And I'm asking a question. Do you accept this about your mother? I'm not the Muslim. You are. You claim that Muhammad is your Prophet. Do you accept that your Prophet calls your mother an haywana, an animal? Groot is very smart, guys. Groot, Mr. Groot in the YouTube chat is very smart. Don't give me the ball back. I'm not the Muslim. I'm asking you as a Muslim. Your Prophet, in the final sermon, the last khutbah before his cursed death, because your Prophet died like a cursed, poisoned rat. Okay? Before his death, he gave a sermon. And in the sermon, he says women are domestic animals. I'm only reading. Exactly. You know, like I said, guys, Muslims are very smart people. Very smart, brother. See it? Are these your books, Muslims, or my books? Is Tarikh al-Tabari your book or my book? What about the following scholarly book? Look, guys. Since we're talking about this anyway. Since we're talking about dogs and animals. In Ghidal al-Bab, Sharh Manzumat al-Adhab, Volume 2, by Muhammad al-Safirini. By who? Muhammad al-Safirini. What they do, guys, this scholarly book, they teach it to the imams in the University of Medina. So if you go to Medina and you want to become an imam, what I heard is, guys, if you graduate as an imam in Medina University, it's very, very like you're graduating basically in any famous university in America, United States, or maybe in Europe, you know, in Oxford or MIT, you know. So it's a privilege to become an imam in Medina. So this book is taught at the University of Medina, 2 imams who will become eventually imams, right? Student imams. In this book, the scholars explain the following. Page 210. Page 210. Look what the scholars said about women. وقد ذكر العلماء أن اللواتي تحيد من الحيوانات 8. According to the scholars, there are 8 types of animals. The scholars in Islam said, so they all agreed, al-ulama, meaning all of them, there are 8 types of animals that can menstruate. Okay? What are these animals? What are these 8 types of animals? Brother Rob Christian. The first one is what? A woman. The first one is a woman. So a woman is what? A haywana. If your mother is a haywana, an animal, in the blue, guys, look at the blue. Al-mar'a. If a woman in Islam is a haywana, she's an animal. What are you if you are the son of your mother? If your mother is an animal, then what are you as Muslims? Since your mother gave birth to you. If your mother is an animal, according to the scholars, what are you? Son of an animal? A talking donkey? A talking ow ow? Uh-huh. 8 types of animals that can menstruate. Among these animals is a woman in Islam. Do you see it? Can we find the book? Of course. Let me give you the link. Bookmark it, save it, download it, do what you gotta do, brother. Here is the link. Okay, here is the link. Book called Ghida al-Albab. Ghida al-Albab. Sharh Manzumat al-Adab. Volume 2 by Muhammad al-Safirini. I just dropped the link for the book. Page 210. What did Omar say about women, guys? Since we're talking about women anyway. So they are not only animals, according to the Prophet, according to the scholars. So this is Muhammad talking. Treat your women well, for they are like domestic animals. So Muhammad called women animals. And so did the scholars who agree with the sunnah of their Prophet. But what did Omar say about women? Caliph Omar. Let's see what Omar said. Caliph Omar said the following about women. If we go to the following book, Sunni books, guys, I don't care about Shia books for now. Sunni books. Nawadir al-Nisa, so this book is about women in Islam, by Ibrahim Shamsuddin. Okay, Sunni scholar. Quoting the hadith about Omar. Do you see what it's on the screen, guys? Do you see it? Big chance. What is the about? About women. Page 152. Omar said, it's on the screen. Omar bin al-Khattab said, so Omar, the Caliph Omar said, a woman is a flip-flop. A woman in Islam is a flip-flop. That's what Caliph Omar said. A woman in Islam is a flip-flop. They say it? Which Muslim accept this about his mother? طلعت المرأة نعال يا أخوان. A woman in Islam is nothing but a flip-flop. She's a shoe, she's a flip-flop, and she's an animal. What's left? And you claim that Islam is from God? You claim that Islam is from God? So women in Islam are lower than low? Yes. Haram, ya akhi. Your mother is not only an animal, but she's a flip-flop. Yes. You can wear her like, maybe put your foot in her mouth, or maybe where the sun doesn't shine. She's nothing. Andrew Martin, in other words, a woman is nothing in Islam. She's a piece of meat. She's a flip-flop. She's nothing. Yet Muslims, I advise you to leave this cult, this filthy cult that degrades women, and come back home to Jesus, my Lord and your Lord, who made women and men equal. Okay? If you love your mother, leave Islam. If you love your wife, leave Islam, Muslims. If you don't love your mother, who gave birth to you and carried you in her womb for 9 months, if you don't love your mother, you have no respect for your mother, just be a Muslim. I don't care. It's your salvation, not mine. I can only show you the way. Nothing more, nothing less. These are your books, and I'm only reading. Women are half-brained, exactly. Christian Saya. Women in Islam are naqisatul aql wa deen, half-brained. Women are flip-flops. They are animals. What's left? And they claim this is a religion from God. And they claim Muhammad is a prophet of God. They claim that the Sahaba are the best generation of Muslims. Is this Omar speaking or Rob Christian speaking? أيوة. Like, ya akhwan, do you accept this? And this is not the only book. If you go to Risalat al-Tha'alibi, page, same story. Omar said, قال عمر رضي الله عنه المرأة نعال يلبسها الرجل. A woman, Omar said, guys, a woman is a flip-flop. Omar said, a woman is a flip-flop. A man can wear her whenever he likes, and she has nothing to say about it. يلبسها الرجل إذا شاء. المرأة نعال يلبسها الرجل إذا شاء لا إذا شاءت هي. أيوة. A woman turns out to be a flip-flop, brothers and sisters. A woman turns out to be a flip-flop. Let me translate what the Arabic says again, and I'll put it in the chat. A woman is a flip-flop. According to Omar, not me. Omar said this. Right? And a man wears her whenever he likes, whenever he wishes. And she has no say about it. That's what the Arabic says. يا أخوان. Yes, this is the hadith of Omar. Omar said this. Omar said this. So imagine, guys, your mother turns out to be flip-flop. Exactly, Phil. Pfft, on Islam. Pfft, on this religion, man. Imagine. What is this religion, man? Miss you too, Mushroom. God bless you. I've missed you too, guys. I took a week off. But, we're back. Any Muslim? Is there any son of a shoe? Is there any son of a shoe? Or son of flip-flop or son of an animal? Any Muslim? Which Muslim accept this about himself or his mother? And what does this tell you about the Muslims, the current state of Muslims? They don't know their religion, guys. If they knew their religion, they would not stay Muslims. Yet they attack us when we only read their books. I'm only reading. Don't be angry with me, guys. I am only reading. Do you see it? قال عمر. Umar said, not me. Umar ibn al-Khattab, المرأة نعال يلبسها الرجل إذا شاء لا إذا شاءت he. I have nothing to do with this. I'm only reading. And I'm asking questions. Do you accept this about your mother? Do you accept this about yourself, to be a son of a flip-flop? If your mother is a flip-flop, you must be a son of a flip-flop. Alright, guys? The Quran compares women with... Did you know that? If you touch a woman or you touch... Let me type it out. C-R-A-P, you need to wash. This is Quran. If you touch a woman or you touch, you have to wash. So women are shoes, women are animals, and they are also, according to the Quran, yes. Is there any Muslim? Yalla ya akhwan. Not one Muslim, guys. Not one Muslim. Yet they claim Islam gave respect to women. What respect? What respect did Islam give to women? What? What respect did Islam give to women? Can any Muslim tell us? I'm not sure if they are Havianas. I think they are very cheap though. I think it's a knockoff. Johnny one. They are knockoffs, you know? Unbelievable. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Any Muslim? I would like to debate Mr. Fear, but no Muslim dares to come up. What can we do? If a Muslim does not dare to come up to debate me, I mean, what? They are too scared. It seems that they're very scared. Rob, are you going to bite? Maybe, I don't know. Ow, ow. Like Allah's ow, ow. Allah has a ow, ow, guys, you know. Don't compare me with the ow, ow of Allah. Allah's ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Allah's dog will eat you. According to Rasulullah, brother, Allah's dog will eat you. Utbah bin Abi Lahab said, I disbelieved in the Lord of the Star. The messenger of Allah, the reaction was, he said, Ya Utbah, You are doing kufr on Allah. You are disbelieving Allah. Are you not afraid, Rasulullah said, that the dog of Allah will eat you? Should be afraid. Allah's chihuahua will eat you. And this is in the tafsir of At-Tabari for chapter 53, ayah 1. Okay? Allah's chihuahua will eat you. Is there a son of a dead blood clot who can come up and debate me, guys? Is there a blood clot left? By the way, guys, did you know that Muslims are blood clots? Frozen dead blood, guys. Muslims are blood clots. Did you know that? Did you know that? And how many people know this? Did you know that Muslims, if they have to believe in the Quran of Allah, did you know that they are blood clots? Any Muslim? Is there any Muslim? Well, no. That's what the Quran says. Hey, blood clot. I've been to Jamaica before, though. I don't like the way they, talk, to be honest with you. But very nice people. Nutfa, patron. Not nufta. Nutfa is semen. Alaqa is blood clot. Nutfa is semen, drop of semen. Alaqa is that frozen, dead blood clot. Okay, you're confusing the two words. Alaqa is frozen dead blood clot. So according to the Quran, when supposedly Muhammad in his man-made Quran is describing the embryology stages, he says that humans are blood clots. First, you are a drop of semen. There is no egg. Allah ate the eggs because Allah was hungry that day. Women in Islam, they don't have eggs. I'm not kidding. They don't have eggs. They have semen coming from their breasticles. Did you know that? Women in Islam, semen of women comes from their breasticles. Rob, what?
Emotional damage.
Yes, guys. Yes. Don't be shocked. You can expect anything from Islam, from the Quran and Allah and Muhammad. Okay? You can expect anything from this religion. Anything crazy, you'll find it in the Islamic books. If you go to the tafsir, guys, you go to Tafsir al-Tabari. Who's better than al-Tabari? Look. They don't translate this stuff. But here is my translation for Tafsir al-Tabari for chapter 86, ayah 7. قال ابن زيد في قوله تعالى يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. The ayah in chapter 86, ayah 7. Semen that gushes from the backbone of the man and the ribs of the woman. At-tara'ib are the ribs of the woman. So women have semen, men have semen. قال الترائب الصدر. Tara'ib is the chest. You see it? So when the scholars, when the early Muslims, when the Mufassirun explained what the tara'ib are, they said the chest, where the rib cage is, where the necklace area is. The necklace, when you buy a beautiful necklace for your wife, that area. And the sulb of a man is his backbone. And he put his finger, he pointed to his back. You see it? This is a Tabari, Rob? Yes. Aywa. What about Ibn Kathir, Rob Christian? What about Ibn Kathir? If you go to Ibn Kathir, to the Arabic Ibn Kathir, I don't care about false English translations and whatnot. Look what it says. Tafsir Ibn Kathir says the following. Same chapter, same ayah, 86:7. عن ابن عباس يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. From Ibn Abbas, semen that comes from the backbone of the man and the ribs of the woman. And he said, this is the tara'ib, this is the chest. And he put his hand on his chest. Ibn Abbas also explains that the tara'ib of the woman is the necklace area. So women, guys, have semen. And why does the semen of women, women have semen? That comes from the breasticles. Okay? So imagine one day you get married to a Muslim lady, and when you're going to consummate the marriage, big chance that she might leak semen from her breasticles. Okay? Big chance, according to Allah. Imagine the horror, guys. You're sleeping next to her, and she starts leaking semen. Guys, don't laugh. It's not funny, okay? This is what Muslims really believe in. You have to believe in this. Imagine. Wifey, why are you leaking semen? You. Brother, you. You, brother. Well, what can I do? These are the scholars who are explaining the Quran. I have nothing to do with it. This is the Ibn Abbas. This is Turjaman al-Quran. This is the translator of the Quran. Guys, Ibn Abbas has many nicknames. Ibn Abbas is called, they gave him the nickname, the translator of the Quran. That's Ibn Abbas for you, the cousin of Muhammad. Ibn Abbas is also called Habrul Ummah, the scholar of the Ummah. Some scholars even called him ink of the Ummah, the ink. Habr al-Ummah. Okay? The ink of the Ummah. So when Ibn Abbas explains the ayahs, the verses of the Quran, all Muslims obey. Ibn Abbas explains that the tara'ib is the necklace area, meaning the chest, the ribs. The stink of the Phil, you're crazy, man. And we are only reading, guys. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't hate me for reading your tafasir books. This is the Ibn Kathir. This is the Ibn Abbas. This is the Imam al-Tabari. Okay? Not Rob Christian. I'm only reading. Give us the link? Sure. Here is link number 1, and here is link number 2. Let's see what the translation says, guys. If we go to the translation of Ibn Kathir. I don't like translations done by Muslims because you can't trust these liars and deceivers, right, guys? You cannot trust any Muslim translation. You can't. But let's see what it says here. يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. Proceeding, semen comes from, it's a gushing fluid, the sexual fluid. Do you see it? Sexual fluid that proceeds, gushes from between the backbone of the woman, the man, the backbone of the man, and the ribs of a woman. Do you see it? The backbone. This is false translation. It's not there in the Arabic. So the semen of the men come from their backbone, not from the balls. So you don't need a ball sack. Just cut it off. Muslims, I'm talking to the Muslim men. Just cut off your ball sack. You don't need it. That's not where semen comes from, according to Allah and His Prophet. And women have semen coming from their ribs, referring to the chest. Do you see it, guys? This is the English translation done by Muslims. I have nothing to do with this. Done by Muslims for Ibn Kathir, the explaining chapter 86, ayah 7. Any Muslim? Guys, we have Skype open, we have TikTok open. Okay? And not one Muslim dares to come up. I would be scared for my life too, if I were you, Muslims. I mean, it's Arab Christian. Johnny 1, there's nothing called authentic. Tafsir, this is explanation, this is not a hadith. Okay? This is literally the commentary for the Quran. Sulb is the backbone. Apophrasy. Sulb is the backbone of a man. Okay, specifically about a man, and the ribs are the tara'ib. A sulb is the backbone. So this highlighted word, a sulb is the backbone. A tara'ib are the ribs of the woman. Okay. Backbone of a man, sulb. Tara'ib are the woman's ribs, the rib cage. Okay? You're welcome, Apophrasy. Any Muslim? Any Muslim will say, Rob, you're lying, Rob. Gha'it is when you touch and a woman, you have to wash. So women and there you go. If you touch and you touch women, you have to wash. So in other words, guys, women are gha'it. 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 So women are animals. Women are in Islam. Any Muslim? Let's see. Hello? 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 Can you hear me? I'm what? Oh. This is how we do it. Yes?
What type of lies are you showing?
It's you again. I'm lying? About what? I'm lying about what? About what?
First of all, let me introduce you myself.
Aywa.
I think I remember you for some submission like I'm a submitter and I refute hadith because hadith are lies attributed to the Prophet and his life. They came 300 years after the Prophet died. No divine authority. That's a God that was like, I'm not gonna grade him official because I don't know.
So wait, just a second, sister in humanity. So you are a rejecter of hadith, you're a Quran only?
I'm not a Quran only. Quranis don't have rules nor have discipline. I'm a submitter. I follow the doctrine of Rashad Khalifa, if you know.
Okay, but you are Rashad Khalifa. Aywa.
I'm a submitter. Yes. I
Okay.
think you know us and we know you.
Yeah. I know. So question.
Question.
Rashad Khalifa. So you believe that Rashad Khalifa is a prophet? What do you believe about Rashad?
No. He's not a prophet.
What is he? A messenger? What is he?
Yeah, he's a messenger that came with a message for unifying the shirk that is going on with the Islam world and Christianity. Christianity and Jews, etc.
Okay.
So he's an unifier, and he tell us like we should supposed to do like Jesus said, like Muhammad say, Moses, Abraham.
I have a question though. Why did Rashad Khalifa corrupt the Quran?
He did not corrupt the Quran. He actually, with the COVID-19 miracle, found out that it was corrupted.
Do me a favor. Do you have the Quran of Rashad Khalifa?
I do have an authorized.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you go to chapter 9 for me, please? Chapter 9.
You have a computer there. Go.
No,
do
you.
it yourself.
But wait,
If brother, if I go outside the live, you will not hear my voice. So
Okay,
it's not.
but you have it. Do you have it in front of you?
No, I don't not have it physically. No.
Okay. Can you? You don't have it physically. Okay.
No.
Let me show you the Quran of Rashad Khalifa. Okay. I have
Yes,
it here,
please.
and I want you to tell me if I'm correct about it, because I don't wanna. I don't like to be accused of lying. You call me liar, but let's see if I'm lying. Okay? You're with me? Amuna, when you go outside the app, I want to hear you.
You cannot hear me? Okay. Now
Okay,
you can
I can hear you now. I can hear you now, but don't go outside the app, else I can't hear you anymore.
Okay, great.
So this is the Rashad Khalifa Quran, right? You agree, right?
I don't. I guess it seems like it.
This is it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, you said yes. Okay, beautiful. So if we open the Quran of Rashad Khalifa on the screen. Okay. And we go to Surah At-Tawbah. Oh wait, there is no Surah At-Tawbah. Is that true? There is no-
Okay. Look. You can go to Quranic Lives
No. I have it here. I have it here.
and you will see the Quran.
No, I have it here. Look, it's on the screen.
Yeah, I don't know where you get that from, but if you go to QuranicLabs.com, you will
I
see.
have the entire PDF here.
Okay, great.
Okay. You don't have a Quran at home of Rashad Khalifa? You claim to be a Rashad Khalifa follower?
We live in the era of technology. Where will I
Aywa.
have physically?
Okay. Do you agree that
I have
chapter?
the app.
Okay. Do you believe that chapter 9 ends with ayah 127?
I have to look it up if you let me. but
Yeah.
that's what-
Take your time. Take your time.
but
I want you
the
to
thing
confirm.
The thing is how.
Sister, go outside the app. I know you can hear me, but I can't hear you anymore. But go outside the app, and I want you to confirm if chapter 9 is called Surah Al-Bara. Surah Al-Bara, the ultimatum.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, okay. So, okay. And then go to the last ayah. What is the last ayah?
Yes. 127.
Are you sure?
Yes, I have it here.
Say it one more time. What's the last ayah?
1 second. Let me go scroll down.
Okay.
Yeah, you are speaking about the tempering word of God. Yes.
So the last ayah is 127, right?
Yes.
Oh, but if I have another Quran, look.
Yes.
Look
Which
what-
one? Al-Harf, Al-Warsh?
Harf?
Yeah, but how many there are? Because we have more. We have Harsh,
Harf?
Hafs, Warsh.
Harsh?
We have several ones. Which one do you use?
So you have.
one is
So
not
which one?
tempered?
Which Quran is the real Quran? This one or the one you have?
Yeah, that's why the Code 19 proves that those Qurans have been tempered, and then.
So we have corrupted Qurans, right?
Yes, because how come that the surah, when the Prophet was in Mecca, it says that he was in Medina? It came revelation from Medina. It does not make sense.
So the harsh Quran, sister, that I have here, the harsh, not the hafs, the harsh,
Yeah.
ends at ayah 129 of Surah At-Tawbah, chapter 9.
Yeah.
Your chapter 9,
So Basmala. From Basmala to Basmala, there's no code 19. There is no multiple of 19. So the COVID-19 miracle is that's why it was tempered. That's what we believe.
So Rashad Khalifa removed the last two ayahs, and namely 128, 129, to make his number 19 work, right?
No, even let's go with your logic. Even if that, let's say, if that would not be the case, the other things will still be a multiple of 19.
So guys, what's going on for the people who are not getting it? Let me make it bigger. Rashad Khalifa claimed that the last two ayahs are satanic. And he said the idol worshippers were destined to tamper with the Quran by adding two false verses, namely chapter 9, 128 and 129. So we have, so who corrupted the Quran? The Sunnis, the Shia, or Rashad Khalifa? Which one?
No, most likely the people before him.
Before.
Because of course they want you to believe their satanic lies against all kind of people that they are not like them. And it shows that God is speaking in a mathematical way. So they tempered it. Yes.
Yeah, but what Quran should we use? Should we use the Hafs, the Harsh? I mean the Harsh?
There are more than two that you mentioned.
But who corrupted the Quran of Allah?
I don't know the people by name, and I was not alive when they were doing that. But let's say that it's not important for us who did it, because we are not, we don't know, and we are not seeking the people to blame. We just know that it was tempered. Otherwise, how came that the mathematical miracle of 19, it does not make sense.
So for the number 19 to make sense, we have to remove ayahs and add some ayahs, right?
We did not add it. Ayahs. Yeah, so if you believe in the other ones, then which one you believe? Because there's a lot of translations and a lot of versions of the Quran. So if we go by your logic and we do not speak about 128 and 29, it's still given 19.
The number 19 is very important, right?
Exactly. Over it is 19, as God says it in the Quran. It's not something that we made up or Rashad made up.
Yeah, but here we have another Rashad Khalifa follower like you. He says the last prophet of Islam is Rashad Khalifa.
Not the last prophet. He was not a prophet. He was just a messenger, like hundreds and millions messengers that the Quran and God says in the Quran he sent, and they've been killed.
But who is the last one, Muhammad or Rashad Khalifa?
The prophet, the last prophet was Muhammad. That's why it's the seal.
But is but is Muhammad a messenger?
Let me finish.
Okay.
In the Quran,
Finish,
it says
no
that
problem.
he was a messenger and the seal of the prophet. God does not say the seal of the messenger or the last messenger. You see the differentiation of the words?
What is higher, a messenger or a prophet?
Of course, a prophet.
So you do not agree with Sunnis, because Sunnis tell us that messengers are higher than prophets.
I don't agree with any Sunnis, because the Sunnis, they are fabricating things about the prophets, and they are putting Muhammad next to God's shahada. So
wait. So according to the shahada is shirk, right?
Yes, God tells you do not put any other name next to me. So tell me why these people are saying La ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna. Did Prophet Muhammad bear witness upon him and his family when he was alive?
So
did Abraham, listen. Yeah. Did Abraham say I bear witness upon Muhammad, or I bear witness upon Abraham, or what is your logic here?
No, and I'm not applying any logic. I'm just asking you questions because I want to know. So just to be sure, the shahada is shirk, right?
Yes. If you put anything besides Allah's name, God's name, that is shirk. You are putting people next to God, and the prayer should be for God only. You don't need to put a human there.
Okay. Now, can you do me a favor then? Because I have a question. When the Quran says obey the messenger and obey Muhammad,
this is the best
obey
one.
Allah.
How do you pray and says obey the messenger? The messenger was revealed the Quran, so he's telling you obey what I'm telling you from the Quran. He was not there when the hadith were fabricated. Come on,
That's not my question. That's not my question.
Yes.
So it's not enough. So it's not enough to obey Allah. You need to obey the messenger too, right?
Yes, and the words of the messenger are in the Quran.
The words of Allah.
Sorry, is not a messenger.
Wait. Repeat that. I did not hear. Repeat that part.
Yes. So the words of the messenger is the Quran.
The words of the messenger. You're talking about Muhammad, right?
Yeah, messenger, Prophet Muhammad.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you hear it, guys? The words of Muhammad are in the Quran. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
And
Can you prove
and
any
if,
other source?
no. It's I agree with you. The words of Muhammad are in the Quran. I agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah. So what about Allah's words?
Brother,
Yes.
Allah reveals His words with the angel Gabriel, and angel Gabriel, He has given him to the prophets.
Aywa.
So the prophets have no other divine authorization to say
Divine?
or
What-
other
what do you
things
mean
that
divine?
God that did not reveal in the Quran.
Divine? What is that? Divine? What is that?
Divine, sorry. English is not my
Oh
first
no.
language.
Okay. Just okay. And what about chapter 48, ayah 9?
What about it?
Chapter 48, ayah 9 says you have to glorify Muhammad every morning and evening.
Can you pull it up?
Yes, sure. Look. 48. You said Allah is God, and you should not worship Muhammad, and you say that the shahada is shirk. But
Yes.
according to the Quran here, look.
Yeah.
لِتُؤْمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ وَتُعَزِّرُوهُ وَتُوَقِّرُوهُ وَتُسَبِّحُوهُ بُكْرَةً وَأَصِيلًا. Translation: you have to believe in Allah and the Messenger.
In support.
Just a second. Let's
Prophets,
dissect it. Let's dissect it word for word. You have to believe in Allah and His Messenger, and you have to assist Him, meaning assist Him in battle.
Assistance, support, yes, just
Yeah.
like whatever He
Beautiful.
says or do.
Okay.
He cannot utter any other words outside of the Quran. Even the Quran tells us, had He uttered other words, He would have stopped revelation.
Okay, beautiful. So you have to again, just to make sure, okay? You have to believe in Allah and His Messenger. You have to assist the Rasul, right? So the first verb, assistance, goes back to Muhammad, right?
Right.
Okay, so this is about Muhammad.
His messengers, any messenger that comes with the word of
Any.
God
So
only
this is
one-
about all the messengers.
Brother, yes.
Okay.
There are stories in the Quran that tells you that, like, for example, when Joseph sent him as his messenger, nobody believed in him.
Okay.
But he was a messenger.
Okay, that's fine. Guy, sister, don't let us, deflect too much. Let us stick
Yes.
with the ayah. I want you to tell me what the ayah means. So you
Yes.
have to believe in all the messengers of Allah, according to you. This is about all the messengers, right? Okay. You have to assist that messenger.
Exactly.
You have to honor that messenger, right?
Which I do.
وَتُوَقِّرُوهُ. You have to respect and honor any messenger of Allah. No problem. And what does the last verb mean? وَتُسَبِّحُوهُ.
Support.
Tasbih is support?
Tasbih, do you want me to commit shirk and put him in my prayer? Or what
Well,
do you
according to the ayah, you have to give tasbih to the Rasul. You have to glorify the Rasul every morning and evening. Is that shirk?
mean? I do not accept that translation that you are coming up in that website.
No, it's Arabic. Forget about this translation.
Oh, okay.
The Arabic says you have to glorify the messenger every morning and evening. Isn't that shirk? You said the shahada is shirk. I agree with you. Shahada is 100% shirk. But the Quran explains that you have to glorify the messenger.
Yeah, what does
How many gods do you have in Islam now? You said thousands.
what does tasbih
Just
mean?
second, sister. You said there are thousands of messengers. I will go with you. So you have to give tasbih to all the messengers?
So what is tasbih?
Act of worship. It's worship.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Do you speak,
Who?
speak Arabic?
Yes. So this is subhan not on for Allah. This is subhan to the messenger.
Okay, so
You have to glorify the
what
messenger.
is glorifying, like being respectful.
Okay,
to
can I
one.
say Subhan li Rob Christian in Islam?
What? Come again, brother?
Can I say Subhan li Rob Christian? Or Subhan li Amuna? Because your name is Amuna. Can I say Subhan li Amuna?
No, you cannot.
Why not?
Because that is against what God is telling us to worship Him alone.
But it says here to worship, to do tasbih to the Prophet.
Tasbih does not mean worship. What does tasbih mean?
You just said you can only go do tasbih to Allah. You said it. Didn't you?
No, that's not my word.
Okay, repeat it again.
asked you-
Can I let us start from zero? Can I say Subhan li Amuna?
No,
Why no?
because subhana,
Yes.
it means
Yes.
to glorify, like to worship.
So it does mean
outside.
glorify, right? So it does mean glorify.
Yeah.
So we cannot say Subhan li Rob Christian or Subhan li Andrew Martin or Subhan li Phil or Subhan li Bro or Subhan li any person except Allah, right?
Right.
So this ayah tells you, commands you to do Subhan to the messenger.
But subhana and tasbih, which is this word there, it's not the same root.
وَتُسَبِّحُ, give glorification to the messenger.
Yes, but glorification as in respect, support, like if the person tells me, hey, you do this, you do that because God
No.
has
Let's start from zero. Let us start.
You're
You're all over the place.
Listen.
Listen.
To do, but not as in worship, like sending
Okay.
glorification.
Let us start from zero again. I know you're playing dumb now, but it's okay.
No, I'm not playing dumb.
Can I say Subhan li
You are
Amuna?
just playing a word play.
Okay. Can I say
Just like
Subhan li
confuse
Amuna?
us.
Start from zero. Can I say Subhan li Amuna?
No, you cannot.
Why not?
Of course not, because I am not God. You should worship God.
But the ayah tells you,
Also clear. I
but-
don't know why is it so difficult for you to comprehend.
it's very difficult to comprehend because Allah commands you to worship the Prophet.
So yes, and then all the whole Quran, all the verses of the Quran of worship, it's for them.
Sister, do you think this ayah, just a second, do you think this ayah in chapter 48, ayah 9 on the screen, do you think it's demonic? Too?
No, I don't think it's demonic, but maybe the translation it is when people understand to glorify as in sending salawat or
But Allah commands you to commit shirk here.
no.
Yes, that's what it says. Glorify Him every morning and evening.
No. Glorifying God.
No, that's not what it says.
No, it does. That confuse that wordplay that you are trying to do.
What do you
it's
mean,
not
Lord?
words.
What do you mean, Lord play? Let's read it. لِتُؤْمِنُوا
Yeah.
بِاللَّهِ. You know
Look
Arabic,
into the
right?
translation of Rashad. Let's
Forget
see what
about
it
the
says.
translation. Forget about
What do you
لِتُؤْمِنُوا
mean
بِاللَّهِ.
translations are important.
No problem.
Words are important.
No problem.
What do you mean forget about it?
No problem. Here. No problem. Let us go to the translation. Let us
As
go
I
to the
say,
translation.
there are many Quran versions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. There are many Quran versions and they're all different.
Yeah, so God is gonna tell us, hey, commit shirk against me, just like
That's what it says. I have nothing to do with it. You know Arabic, don't you? When I say glorify, subhan, for the messenger, it's shirk. You admitted it.
Brother, that is Arabic from medieval or more than medieval times.
Aywa. So the Arabic of yesterday is not the Arabic of today, right?
Of course not. That's why there are so many understandings. No.
All right, the
Okay,
sister,
people
thank you
think,
for
no, it doesn't mean
calling.
that, but
Thank you
it's
for
not mean that.
calling. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. All right, guys. Do you see? Guys, I really need to go. Thank you for being here. God bless you. At least she admitted it, right? Do you see? You see how she admitted? Thank you for your call, sister. I really need to go, guys. I need to go pick up my kid from the kindergarten. I love you guys. Go with the peace of Christ. Stay away from the shirk of Islam. Stay away from this demonic cult. I love you, brothers and sisters. See you very soon. Rewatch the videos, guys. Rewatch the live stream. This was
unbelievable. It was unbelievable. God bless you guys. Yeah, you heard the alarm go off, or my reminder to go pick up my kid. I love you, brothers and sisters. See you very soon in a new live show. And stay away from the shirk. Stay away from this plagiarized religion. Copy-paste religion. I love you. See you very soon. Bye-bye. God bless.